Look at who it is, everybody. Taylor is having a night out in Australia. Well, with that, everybody, welcome to Epcot. Well, we are in Epcot, everybody, but holy cow, before we go anywhere. Yesterday, there was a tornado here in Disney World. We've been getting a lot of storms. This is like the yearly time of the year where we get storms at night. But this is the very first time that there has ever been like a funnel at Disney World. I know we can get tornadoes. I'm from Wisconsin. We can get tornadoes. But here's the picture of a funnel above Spaceship Earth. This was not Mickey's Runaway. This was not that kind of tornado. It was a real funnel, a tornado funnel that was forming above Disney World. I think it was a little bit over where I was living because it looked a little bit past. The storm was insane. This is not clickbait. There was a funnel, an actual tornado here at Disney World. Good thing it didn't touch down anywhere. It was just still hovering, but kind of crazy. Like where do we go if that even like starts doing tornado-y things? I feel like the safest place would be living with the land area, but yeah, kind of crazy, right? And I didn't really expect that to ever happen in Florida, let alone Disney World. Comment down below if you guys were here, but what would you guys do? What would you guys do? I don't know what I would do. I'd probably vlog it like an idiot. I'd be a storm chaser. But holy cow. Unbelievable, right? And speaking of Spaceship Earth, everybody. Today, we are back at Epcot, obviously, but we haven't been back since D23. And I really kind of wanted to talk about what's to come, what is coming, what was mentioned, and have a nice, really Epcot day. And speaking of something that really should be right around the corner, at D23, we didn't get anything regarding Epcot's 40th anniversary. For those that do not know, Epcot's 40th anniversary is on October 1st, and I think all that we really got announced was merch. There's really nothing special happening for Epcot, which kind of makes sense, let alone, I think Josh tomorrow did say something at D23 talking about how they had better ambitions for the 50th anniversary for Walt Disney World, but obviously due to COVID, that was cut short, and I think we're going to be seeing the same thing here with Epcot's 40th anniversary. They might have something special. Obviously, they're going to have merch, but there's been no like entertainment announcements, nothing really big regarding Epcot's 40th anniversary. Maybe we'll be surprised. We will be here on the 40th, though. I'll be here reporting it, but just letting you guys know, so far, nothing huge happening on Epcot's 40th anniversary. And believe it or not, there's actually some more news on Spaceship Earth right here, so we're going to stick around and we'll let you know about that. Maybe the sign of, I almost said volcano, the tornado yesterday was saying, Disney, please, 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 go ahead with the plans and change Spaceship Earth. If you guys remember a long time ago, I don't know, like a year and a half, 2 years ago, Disney announced that Spaceship Earth would be getting a refurbishment and reimagining. However, we have heard no word on that. This is no surprise to me, obviously, just because they've cut back on so many projects. I think before we see any land expansion, Disney is going to start refurbishing these rides, especially Spaceship Earth, but it's just like, I don't really know when it's going to happen. So that was something I had hoped they would announce for the 40th anniversary, but at the moment, Spaceship Earth reimagining is on hold, and it kind of is needed, but with the delay of Tron for so very long, it kind of makes sense on why this is taking forever as well. I was hoping and praying for a fifth gate at D23, but kind of putting all this together, it really makes no sense for them to actually even think of a fifth park just quite yet. They have to do all these retouching of all these attractions Disney World wide. I think they're going to do land expansions before we do a fifth park. Hopefully I'm wrong on that, but it really makes sense with all these delayed attractions that they had promised to have a refurbishment, reimagining, for them to do that first before we even get like a fifth park. Furthermore, as we head on in to Epcot, they didn't even announce anything on the opening date of the whole Epcot transformation behind Spaceship Earth. We don't really know when the Moana journey is going to open up, which I can kind of see way more vertical and more of the rocks are getting built. We don't know the opening date of that. I think it's going to be sometime next year, but we had hoped that they would have some opening dates, but you know, we didn't And, you know, I totally understand, but I just wish progress would move fast. Also, real quick, if you guys could do me a favor, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button real quick. We're getting into a really wacky part of the year when the algorithm is a little bit strange. So if you guys could please drop a thumbs up for me real quick. What do we have here? We've got a weird box. Is something going here? Are they gonna put a tree? Is it a tree update? We've got a rectangle box. This is where we're at with Disney updates, folks. So far as the crowds go as well, I feel like there's a lot of foreigners here, which makes total sense since America is kind of all back in school. I feel like everyone's like speaking different languages, which is actually kind of unique, and it's very fitting for Epcot. It's kind of interesting. Also, just saw a Packer hat. Go Pack Go. Go Pack Go. We'll be going to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus Packers game in about 2 weeks. Wanted to cut through here. It's actually not really hot out as well. We have that cold front coming through. It's under 90 degrees for the first time in forever. Noticing a little bit of a guest trend here, which makes a lot of sense. Since Guardians of the Galaxy, their extra lightning lane, the additional lightning lane, is usually about $17 per day. Most guests are electing to try to get that free virtual queue. It runs out really fast in the morning, so be aware with that, but individual lightning lanes are pretty much relatively available. I can get one right now for $17. Speaking of the virtual pass, they actually just got one, and it was glitched this morning?
Yes, glitched.
Yep.
Totally.
Yeah, we couldn't sign into the app as one of those deals. Yeah.
And then it just gave it to them, so that's cool. But thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah, no problem, of course.
I appreciate it.
Subscribe.
This is what happens
Yeah.
when a Badger and Penn State are come together right here. It's
Go
a good
Badgers,
time.
jump around.
We are.
I love it. You know, actually the lightning lanes, you can still purchase them, but the return time's for about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So people are buying it, but you know, crowds aren't really here, so it's not really driving it all the way to the end of the day. Our next update is over here, the Play Pavilion. This is something else that I wanted Disney to talk about at D23, but there was nothing. For those of you, hold up, there's actually somebody on top of the Play Pavilion, but for those of you who are unfamiliar on what it is, this is where we're gonna have like a kind of a kid's playground. Like it was gonna be a lot of character meet and greets. We don't really know what it's gonna be yet, if it's received a budget cut, but I guess good news is they're actually on top of it right now. I have no idea what they're doing. I don't know if they're doing anything inside, but it was really cool. I'll put some concept art on your screen right now. But this has been hush. No idea what's gonna be happening with the Play Pavilion. You know what the Play Pavilion actually reminds me of? I think there's a YouTube video of actually people sneaking into all these buildings back in the day. It's actually really cool. I'll try to find that and put it on your screen right now. But it was like in the 70s and the 80s. Actually, I think it was in the 80s. 70s, Epcot wasn't even a thing. But we'll see if there's any announcements regarding the Play Pavilion. I bet you it's going to be extremely modified and not what they had promised. But we'll see. I don't know. I still have faith in Disney. I just know with the times, that's why everything's kind of been scaled back. I guarantee even Epic Universe is going to be scaled back a little bit. Could be wrong on that. We'll see whenever that opens. But when that opens, we all know Disney's going to have to do something. Ooh, cool little monorail shot here. The 50th anniversary. I wonder how long those stickers are going to last. Like, when is Disney going to start taking down the 50th anniversary stuff? I do know it's going to be going on throughout this year. But for how long? I've got no idea. And then we've got one more attraction that there was nothing on. The Mary Poppins attraction. I don't know if that's ever going to open anymore. I'm okay with it not opening. I don't know. It was my favorite childhood movie, Mary Poppins, but I don't know why. It's just not one of my favorites right now. I'm not saying the attraction wouldn't be my favorite, but I'm okay with that one not making it into the UK, but I feel like a lot of people aren't. But maybe Disney would surprise me and be like a really cool attraction. But right now, there's no information on the Mary Poppins attraction. Let's go do my favorite thing and hop on the single rider line, but look at the single rider wait time. Is it glitched or something? You see that? It's got like a square and says 1. It's a walk-on, baby. Now, when you do this single rider line, you can still customize, but you can't customize to what people can do in the regular line. I always skip this, but I'm actually gonna do it this morning. I'm pretty sure with this, there's only like a few selections that you can make in modifications versus the regular line, they can do everything. I wanna go for power, go. See, you can't like fully customize it, at least you couldn't in the past. Yep. That's it. It's meant to be quick. Oh my gosh, it's not a walk-on. What the Nelly? What the heck? The single rider line is so long. Let's time this. Holy cow, what is going on? Here I thought it was gonna be a walk-on. This is far from a walk-on. Maybe like a 25-minute wait. Heaven forbid a 25-minute wait. Took all of, I think, 10 minutes. Is it gonna work? We'll see, we'll find out.
For your safety, remain seated with your seatbelt fastened and your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the vehicle at all times. Please supervise Joslyn, Sim Tracker.
Oh boy. Oh gosh.
Let's see how your designs hold up.
Commencing sim car off-road and extreme weather support.
There we go, much better. I don't think our scan worked.
Energizing for power test.
I put my glasses on. Oh boy. Oh boy. Could y'all imagine if Test Track was like just like a racetrack the whole time? We should put in a petition for that. There should be like two separate like mission space. There should be an intense and there should be like a green version of it. That'd be pretty rad. And out we go. You know, I've always been a morning parker goer, but especially now I am. I mean, yesterday was a good example of it because there was a whole tornado funnel above Disney World, but we're actually getting a tropical storm this weekend too. The rain has been pretty consistent from 2 p.m. until basically 8 o'clock. It can rain and can even go into like midnight. Pretty much the reason why I am a morning park goer more to an extreme this time of year. A, it's more crowded at night, and B, it's going to rain. Usually going to rain, and guess what I lost? I lost my umbrella. My little wooden umbrella. I don't know where it went. I somehow lost it. Again. I ordered a new one, so no one please don't send me like a million umbrellas. And guess what? It was only $25. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. That might be the new if you know, you know. I kind of find it funny.
Yeah, they were nasty. We need to wash them. That's the reason why we didn't.
You know what? It just wouldn't be right. We put Taylor in the video. We have to stop at the Australia booth for Taylor. I don't even know what I'm going to get, though. Nothing screams breakfast more than a roasted lamb chop, am I right? I guess we'll get that. A genuine curiosity question. Do Australians really eat lamb chops? Or do they just say, let's put a lamb chop on the Australian menu? My favorite place to eat food. On a trash can over here. No one's here. So we've got a lamb chop with some green stuff and chips on top. Can't say I've ever had this for breakfast, but here we go. Let's give it a bite. Oh my god. Wow. Okay. It's actually a lot nummier than I thought it was going to be. Really tender. Wow, that's like a 9 out of 10. That is really good. Unexpectedly good. Still have these refurb walls up. Can see some trees that they've planted on the other side, so maybe this is getting ready to open up shortly. We've got some very nice grass here. Still do miss the flowers, but this grass is like top-notch grass. We're gonna do it, y'all. We're gonna do it. Let's head on Figment for our second walk-on of the day. Or maybe not. Holy camole, the line is at the door. It's supposed to 25-minute wait. What is going on, Figment? Oh, by the way, too, did you guys know Figment is going to be returning the meet and greet? Just don't know when. Sometime soon. We're going to be waiting longer for Figment than we did for Test Track. Oh gosh, our prayers have been answered. It's gone down. Also, this was another one that we thought would have an update announced, but the other thing we got for Figment was a meet and greet. Comment down below, do you think Robin Williams looks like my dad? I always kind of thought he did. The best ride in all the lands is not Figment.
I thought I told you not to interfere.
By the end of 2023,
It's
you
not
guys
about
can meet
listening with your
Figment.
ears. It's about listening with your imagination. Can start appearing, and each of us imagines different things. From just a sound, your mind has wings.
For the eyes of the imagination. Let's begin by using the eye chart to test your vision.
With FIGMENT, you can see things differently.
This is not a good time.
It's always a good time to use your imagination, so let the good times roll! Woohoo! You win 1 cent!
But don't! Come on, Figment. It's time to get back to the Institute.
I know a shortcut! Imagination.
Well, now that that's over, we've got a lot of vertical things happening, a lot of progress actually. I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then over here as well, a huge structure is being built. So a lot of progress on the other side. Actually, the rock structure is pretty much, looks complete. It kind of looks like the ending phases of Pandora. But we're getting there. We're getting there. Today's video might be a little shorter than normal. The algorithm is changing. The algorithm always changes September and October. So I might see how this video performs versus the other ones. I don't really know. YouTube it's different, especially during these months. I can totally see a trend in everything, which is so cool. I kind of like changing it up with lengths of videos and see how you guys like these videos, and then see how YouTube's algorithm likes these videos. But I think I'm going to end this one a little bit shorter. This one I think is going to be under 20 minutes. And yeah, nice quick short trip to Epcot. We're going to have some longer days coming on up, but I just want to get this information out to you guys since we're back here, and there's just a lot to talk about. A lot of announcements, a lot of uncertainty when it comes to Disney parks, but I'll see you guys tomorrow. That was it for you guys' Daily Dose. I think tomorrow we head to Hollywood Studios, and then Magic Kingdom, and then elsewhere. See you tomorrow.